Let's see. Whoa. Is that a dog?
Yes, London.
Idiot. Test. Yeah, it seems like we can hear, right? Yeah. You got your broccoli boy?
This is bugging me.
Okay. Well, I think we're then. Put the comments. How do we see them? Here?
They show up. Yeah, they show up here at the comments.
We'll keep an eye on those. Square?
I think so. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Is the board getting anything?
Oh, no. Is the board working?
Yeah, we don't need any soundboard from the board. I'm just going to do it all post, right?
Yeah, but we do have to make sure that we're saved. We saved.
Yeah, I did that, I think.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that I think made me feel confident.
I'm pretty sure I did that. Well, we'll have a backup on this.
A year, but I think we're good.
I'm going to hit play and just see if it's
Okay.
going.
Yeah, no, let's just do it.
Yeah, I think we're good to go. I think we've got that going. We've got that.
Yeah, and the backup's not bad.
We've got, yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah, probably fine. Cool. All right, well, I guess we'll just pretend like we played the first impression Rose clip. This is gonna be weird recording. This is gonna be weird.
Oh, hold on, my phone was causing. So, how does the first impression one go? Doom 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 doom. Something.
Oh my God, the first impression Rose.
This is the old one. I'm trying to think of what the new one is. Did you use that? You used that clip for it.
Where would I?
I don't know where you would have put it. It's all right. We don't need it. That's right.
All right, first impression Rose is this segment we do when we've just been out on a brief first date with a game. In this, nice, got your energy. What is it, your fifth energy drink?
I'm not going to talk until I finish this energy drink. So give me a second.
Good, yeah, no, just chug. So, first impression Rose.
That is not good.
Oh, dude, mine wasn't good either. You guys, we're doing this energy drink thing because this is a 3-hour episode. I switched to C4 Energy, which honestly, the can and the name is reminiscent of a synthetic oil you might put in your car.
Oh my gosh!
Right? Does that not look like C4?
Like the image of it looks like they're trying to be like a racing oil.
Yeah, exactly. This is a synthetic oil. It will work really well in high performance engines, less so on a human tongue. It's vile. It's fucking disgusting. Starburst Strawberry C4 Energy
Beta power.
Which I'm like, don't we want alpha power?
No, beta power.
Beta power.
Yeah.
I kind of want sigma power. Anyway, first impression Rose. Usually it's like you go out, you grab some coffee, you go walk in the park. I went on a first impression Rose date though that ended up like we basically just went super hard and we watched the sunrise together, and I probably am not going to see her for another 8 months or like longer. She's like joining Greenpeace. She's like going to like study abroad. She's going back to her family in Europe. I don't know what, but I'm just
found this potentially great girl, and she was like, "Oh, I'm leaving though."
The night of my fucking life, and that was it. I had a first impression Rose I'd like to give out to Forever Skies. Forever Skies.
We've been watching this one for a little bit.
Oh, I talked about it, I believe, on a previous episode or two. that this was on. Oh yes, I did it when we did a Steam Fest. Next Fest Steam.
We have the
Jenna,
original artist here
the
in
OG
studio.
Shut up.
Steam
I
Fest
hate
artist on
She
here.
is.
She snuck her way on. You guys were like, "Oh, it's a Danny sode." Nope. Steam Fest Next just wrapped her way in here.
We can't have Danny and Jenna on the same episode, though.
It's like two male cats
What?
in the
What
same
are you
apartment.
saying?
No, because then they're like one woman away from starting a coven or something. I think that's
That
how
does
it
happen.
works. They get together and they just
We're
we're
Are you
screwed.
scared?
Yes,
How are you guys feeling right now?
yes, I am scared.
absolutely.
This is what I've been trying to say.
Danny towers over Peterson, and now you could beat his ass. So yeah,
You guys are both so much cooler than me. Like, yeah, I can't have all of you in the
we
room.
got to split it up, and or you guys will realize how deeply uncool Peterson and I are.
We don't need that
People
kind of
will
energy.
be like, "Why don't Danny and Jenna just start their
Why
own
don't-
podcast?" And
we would
don't
listen
want
to that.
to beg that question.
Well, it's already happened, so you did it to yourselves.
Yeah, so surprise, Jenna's here.
She did it, and we weren't even trying to.
Not enough energy drinks to keep Danny here for 3 hours.
You know why? It's because I'm talking and I'm not done yet. I'm like, I got about a third of it left. I hate it.
You guys, Forever Skies, like I said, played it on Steam Fest. If you guys remember, this was the game I said I played it for, I think 30 minutes to an hour, and I could see where it was going, although that's like a couple games I've played. But I was like, nope, and I turned it off immediately, and I knew instantly what I was going to do with it. This is a game that they said was heavily inspired by Raft and Subnautica, and there was one more I can't remember. But actually, I can look that up. Let's see. It's called Forever Skies. Anyway, so this is, if you guys couldn't figure it out by that kind of, it's a survival game where, unlike a survival game, lots of them where you build a base. This one, your base goes with you. That's kind of the idea. You are flying a floating blimp. A Zeppelin that you can expand and grow just like you could in Raft.
Yeah.
But in Raft, it's kind of funny because it's like, I wouldn't say identical to Raft, but it's funny in the parallels because in Raft, the whole world is flooded, right? And so some of the islands you end up running into are the tops of, for example, the tops of mountains, the tops of skyscrapers that are, flooded all the way to their tips, or an antenna tower, for example. In this game, same deal. You're flying around the tops of buildings, mountains, antenna towers, but instead of floating on water, you're flying above a layer of dust.
Yeah.
That stretches all the way down to the surface.
Isn't it like toxic or something? Like green?
Yeah. You start going down in it. You get all these warnings. You start taking damage. So you got to stay above the dust.
Okay.
And you have a height limit, obviously, that you can adjust if you add more turbines, adjust your turbines. The idea is, if you guys are familiar with Raft, you are floating from, in this case, building.
Done.
Oh my God, that is disgusting. You're going to get a tummy ache.
Yeah, on the episode.
I'm getting a tummy ache, and I've drunk almost none of this.
Well, if I throw up, it'll be, you don't have anything.
Expensive.
Throw up on the soundboard.
This board represents the entire net worth of our podcast right there. That's it. We sell that and we have nothing.
Like, we're done.
That's it. I could just sell that and no one would know we ever did a podcast.
Well,
we would know. You would know.
I mean, we'd have to take out a few people, but yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
It's like 20 or 30 people. It's a pretty.
You think that's hard? I do that all the time.
We know.
If you're listening right now, I'm coming for you.
So this is like I said, like it's like Raft, but little tweaks, which I appreciate. Because it felt familiar, but the aesthetic is obviously a lot darker than Raft, because
Raft seems like, I mean, you're on the ocean, it's light and
it's peaceful, and there's birds and life.
Is not that.
There is no life. Well, there is life, but it's not great. There's like the tops of some buildings are greenhouses.
Life sucks, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, it's like now, but just a little bit worse.
Like maybe like 2026.
It's like now,
but
with 50% more toxic dust, but more or less the same. More Zeppelin technology, apparently. Instantly you get.
It's always Zeppelins, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, what's with the Zeppelins? Like, we have regular like rotorcraft. We don't need a Zeppelin, I don't think.
You go too fast, I think the dust will get in your shit.
Oh,
But with the Zeppelin, it just kind of like piddles along.
just let it. There we go.
Which is fun because it's this is in Raft. It's just you just see the ocean, and every once in a while, if you're coming up on a island, you'll see it kind of come up on the horizon. With this, you see everything. You see all the buildings laid out, the mountain ranges laid out in front of you. It's really kind of gorgeous.
Okay.
Almost melted my computer. Forgot to take the cover off once, and the computer got up to 95 degrees centigrade. It's totally fine.
Just
it's
cooking in there.
designed to do that, to cook a chicken.
You put a hot dog in there or something. You can
I mean, that's above the temperature you need for pork, I think. So yeah, I could just put something in there and sous vide it, I suppose. So it is an early access game.
Can you sous vide in air? I think that's an oven, but yeah, we're right there.
It's water cooled.
Use your PC at your own risk, just
it's my PC. It's mine. So the gameplay loop here is that you float in your Zeppelin from building top to antennas. There's like windmills, there's antennas, there's towers, there's buildings, and you're looking for, you can collect dirty water that you can filter in your ship. You're collecting technology, just like raw materials like plastics and metals, just the crap that you need. And then you have a 3D printer in your ship. You have like an analyzer in your ship, just like you do in Raft, where you research different materials and they reveal the recipes of things that you can then craft. This is even simpler because of the 3D printer. It just kind of makes it real quick and easy. Just put everything in there. Anyone that's played a survival game will feel very at home here. I will say it's a little steep at the very beginning, but I think that's how it always is. Whether you're playing Valheim or Raft or whatever, you start starving and you're thirsty and you're like, how the fuck am I going to do this?
How am I going to survive?
This isn't going to work. And then soon enough, you have so much water and so much food that it's just ridiculous. And it's barely a survival anymore. So why this is, this was a first impression rose I was going to do a week ago. I've played the game a bunch since then. And you know what? It still felt more appropriate to give a first impression rose on this than anything else, because it is so early access. And I'm delighted. I'm over the moon about it, because this is playing Raft when the very first release alpha version of Raft, which I didn't play. I jumped in on Raft after they did, I think, 4 major updates over the course of 3 years. This game is right now. It is so fresh. There is nothing. It is very light on content.
Yeah.
Which sucks. It kind of bums me out. But
is there like an end game? Like, is it?
Oh man.
Like, can you win? Can you beat it now?
No, we're not that. It's just like imagine Valheim.
Yeah.
Just meadows and Black Forest.
Okay.
And the Black Forest, the trolls show up at the very end, and you're like, wait, can I fight those even? And something comes and kills the troll for you. So it's early.
Okay.
Where the combat's pretty elementary, pretty primitive.
So there is combat in this game?
Yep, you have a crossbow, and there's more weapons to come. There's a knife.
What are you fighting?
Crazy freak bugs.
Oh, okay.
Like freaky looking bug monster things. Scary as shit. They're huge. I'm sure they're gonna kill the fuck out of me. And just like with Raft, the game's like not super responsive. This isn't Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, I gotta back
feels
up
like
a
an
little
indie
bit.
early access fighting.
Even Raft V1, the one that is out now, the combat is shit. You want to avoid combat if you can. And
we played a lot of 7 Days to Die, and that game's been out for a long time. It has been in beta mode for like 10 years or something crazy like that. And it still feels like that. The combat's a nightmare because it's like some teams just know how to do it, and some teams just
this one
don't.
Doesn't see. And sometimes it's like what you choose to do for your engine affects like what you can actually do in terms of the game. And so anyway, you take your airship, you fly around, and once you get it upgraded enough, you can get higher and you can get to the tower the first tower that I found. I think there's 2 versions of this. I've only found the one, but it's in the universe, in the lore. I was giddy. I was so excited because you're floating around the tops of these buildings. Like I said, you find like a building that has like a greenhouse on top of it, and you go and you get some plants and you go cook them and you eat them and you get some water and you're like cruising. You're like, oh fuck yeah, I got glass. I got all my different. You like fly and there's like these things like chunks of metal and chunks of plastic that just float around in the sky, and you harvest those. That's like in Raft, you fly, you float around, and there's junk floating in the ocean, and you harvest it with your hook on a string. This is the same idea, except for you use like a scanner thing that like deconstructs it, breaks it down, and collects the material for you.
Got it.
So that's how you're
Is there a space shark though? That's the real question here.
Like in Raft, is there a flying shark?
No, in this game, is there?
Yeah, no, I'm saying like Raft has regular sharks.
It isn't out yet, but they just released some teaser shit on Steam that they're gonna have animals or things that attack your ship. Which currently there's nothing that does that. That's how early this is. Like there's no threats to you other than like getting hungry or your tum hurts. But they're gonna add these crazy monsters that chase you down. I'm sure you're gonna have to add defenses to your ship. When your ship takes damage, right now it only takes it from lightning storms, which are pretty gnarly and really loud. Like the lightning cracks are scary. I guess because you're in the sky. That's the idea. But I'm like, okay, dial it back, guys. This is my biggest complaint is the lightning is so fucking loud. The thunder cracks are like way overdone.
Disabled.
I would say
sound
80%
disabled.
Too loud. Like you could turn them down by 40% and they'd still be like a bit much. But
that's when I disable sound immediately.
Yeah,
it's too loud. I'm out.
It's a lot.
I guess I'm playing in the silence now.
But you land on the tower that's high enough, and like I said, in the lore of the universe, I was like, oh my god, because it's the top of a building that has a functioning elevator that goes back down to the surface.
Oh, there you go.
And you go down, and the game's like hiccuping and lagging because it's loading the new surface. And it's like the surface of like it's like
your hot dogs are sizzling in your computer as this happens.
Oh yeah, I'm like these are going to be
smells
really good.
Great here.
Jen's like, what are you cooking?
And the right side of my shoulder is like beet red. There's just always heat radiating on it.
Radiation burn from his computer.
Exactly. It's like Chernobyl in here. So
that's how computers work, guys. We know about computers. That's how they work. I'm pretty sure
we are pretty smart guys. So you get down to the surface.
Don't shake your head, Jenna.
You know we're smart.
It's the modern grill, all right?
This is why we can't have Jenna and Danny in here. We would not hear the end of this.
Oh, no. We wouldn't get through anything. We just get shit talked. So you get down to the surface. It's obviously choked in dust. And that's where you get the... In Raft, you go explore islands, and it's kind of nice and peaceful. In this, it's the opposite. It's like kind of Subnautica-ish, where you have an oxygen tank. You have 100 seconds, and you can go in. You can establish, they have these little oxygen dispensers, but you have to put batteries, which are really rare, these batteries in them. And then you have like checkpoints for oxygen. And you go out there and you start exploring the surface. Now, here is probably my biggest nit of the game, which is a silly nit because it's in early access. There is currently, that I've found, only one, possibly two of these surface maps. So it's not like randomly generated like the dungeons in Valheim. It's much closer to, which I learned in Raft, the islands are not randomly generated. Each island in Raft is a specific island that has been hand-built by the developer, and you can run into a certain... you have a statistical likelihood of hitting that island, each version, whatever. And so that's how this is, and there's only one right now. So that's a bummer because the surface is a maze and it's crazy to get through, but once you go through it once, you got it because you've gone through and suffered your way through the maze. You found all the oxygen dispensers, you know where everything's hidden and all the doors and stuff, and then you're like, oh, I got it. And then going back, I have no motive to go back other than to collect the resources that I know are down there exactly where they are. So that replayability is almost, it's pretty low. I'd say lower than Planet Crafter at this early age, because Planet Crafter, I don't know why, had a little bit, because you're like, oh, what's the end game? Well, in Planet Crafter, at the very minimum, you could get the planet green.
Yeah.
And green things up and the water would melt. Even at the very beginning, you know what the end game of Planet Crafter is. In this one, no. To your question, it's much closer to Raft, where in Raft, the whole first version of the game was the first antenna, like radio tower you run into. You run into the radio tower, it gives you coordinates for the next island, and that's where it stopped. That's where, so there was really nothing to do in the first drafts too, and that's where this is.
Yeah, that's where you're at.
But like I said, it's just like having just like this amazing night, just this one amazing date or whatever, and you're like, see where it's going, and then they're gone, and you're like, bye. And then
I guess I'll see
the Titanic goes and you're running along waving on the dock like, I'll see you in 3 months. I'll see you
3 months. We're a year and a half away.
No, well, then it hits an iceberg. Hopefully not.
What are some features that are to come that you're excited about, though?
Combat's huge. I think they're going to be adding the things that I'll be fighting. I think the biggest one for me is more of the locations, period.
Yeah.
Because when they're handcrafted, and it's early, you recognize the patterns and you start to see the exact same thing over and over again. And you're like, ooh. In Raft, at the very minimum, there's probably a dozen or more islands. Maybe there's 20, but they are different. And they've added so much detail to them that you really don't know which island you run into until you start digging in. And this one's not there yet. And so I think as they add more resources, they add more things for you to collect and more things that appear on each location that you run into, it will start to feel very robust. And he's already busted. I mean, I get, you go look at your Steam updates. Yeah. I get the most Steam updates now about this game.
Oh, really?
Every other day. Yeah.
Is it one guy? Is it a dev team? Do we know?
It's a team.
It's a team.
It's like, just like a lot of almost every like 5th one is just Forever Skies.
It's Forever Skies
because it came out and he's just like, oh, I've got so many content patches. I've got so many things in mind. He did a huge Q&A. I keep saying he because it is a studio, but there's like one guy I think that's like the studio head and he's kind of speaking for everyone. But it is. They've done such an amazing job of laying that foundation, following. And you guys probably, if you haven't played Raft, or if you have, you're probably like, gee, do you want to just play like a Raft clone? They just like ripped it off. And I'm like, yeah, I like Mad Max. I like Waterworld. I like a good rip off sometimes. Sorry.
Yeah. No, and here's the thing with survival games, like JD mentioned, like the discovery and the exploration is a huge part of it.
Yep.
That's like a huge part of the draw to me. And so, yeah, like if it's a new game, even if it's the same crap, like I don't even care because I just like want to go explore it. Like Valheim, the replayability is that it's the maps are randomized, right? But if it's a set map, like Planet Crafter, like this is, then you play it, but then you're like, I'll play another one like this. Like I'm fine with that.
And I want to see the story. That's the biggest thing, is finding the story through these things, because like you're exploring. And for right now, the biggest way of communicating the story I love is posters. Like propaganda style posters or like advertisements. And you find out through this world that there is a progression this is like WALL-E basically. And you see posters from the middle of it where it's like advertisements for like home appliances or whatever that deal with the dust and all the crap. So it's still like capitalism was still like chugging away going while the world is ending. And that's kind of paints a picture, and that's the lore that you find. And it's fun. I love that. So they're headed to, it seems like they'll have a lot more. I think the story is going to unfold on the surface. I think the locations on the top are always going to be, I think they're going to expand a lot from that. I think if I play this game in 2 years and I jump in an airship and start flying around, I don't think the surface is going to fundamentally change. Or I'm sorry, the
above ground, the above dust.
What do you call that? Yeah, the atmosphere, or whatever. Yeah, the dust,
the clear sky.
Yeah, being in the sky is not going to change. But then going down, I think the surface is going to expand the locations, because they essentially reload the game down there.
Yeah,
and it's a new map, and they can do anything they want. They can make whatever.
I bet. So, from what you're saying, like this, it sounds like he's got a long time until 1.0.
3 to 5 years,
because there's a lot of content. I mean, even if you're adding like doing tons of patches and stuff like that, adding something like combat is going to be a huge task for a dev team to a game that isn't currently combat centric or currently have it in there, and adding ant creatures that are flying around. Like, this is going to be big.
Yeah.
Plus adding story and hand built locations, like all of that takes a lot of time. I bet he adds a lot of stuff. I bet the completion of the story happens above dust, and I bet you have to do a ton of crap below dust to get that stuff. They're like, oh, well, you found a satellite or you found a tower that you have to go visit, but you have to go down to activate, and you have to go.
So that's the story, is that a few humans escaped to space, and that's where they've been surviving. But apparently one of the viruses that they were trying to escape down on the surface, oops, it popped up in the space station. So they send you down there to figure out the virus, which you do analyze. You have a virus analyzer, and that's a big part of it. That's not part of Raft. That's really cool.
Right.
You're collecting the different, you're documenting all the different like wildlife and stuff, mostly plants at this point. But then you track, you analyze it, and then you can create vaccines, essentially.
This sounds like Raft Plus, right? Because you can go, there's so much under, so there's like 2 levels in it. Whereas Raft, you don't, if I remember, you don't spend a ton of time underwater.
Like each island, you just right on the surface of the island.
You're not like diving down, and
you go down there and you collect rocks and sand and stuff.
But you're not like, it's not like a whole separate.
But you're not diving like Subnautica, except for in one spot, and it's like a very specialized like thing. So I'm looking at the timeline for Raft, which came out initially because it was just like an indie student game. Came out as a free download on itch.io in 2016. It was released for Steam Early Access in 2018. And then the full release, the one I've reviewed and talked about on this podcast, was 2022.
So if he's got more than like, if he's got a few people working on this,
there's a team of this. There's a team on this. But I think the thing is to remember is that Raft laid the groundwork for this, and there's a lot of things that they don't have to think about. That has been done for them. So I think it could be 2 to 3 years. I would expect 4 just to be safe. I'm honestly, unlike Planet Crafter, I'm good to wait on this one. I will read the updates, I'll salivate over all the new content he's dropping, but I don't think I want to keep coming back to this iteratively, because I think it'll be amazing when it's
way down the road. It'll be great. It'll be a different game. It'll be a different game.
Yeah.
By that point, it's going to be very different.
Yeah. It's like she comes back from Europe and you're like, oh my God, I thought you were cool on that one date before, but bam.
Like, now you have like tattoos and stuff. Like, wow, you're so much cooler.
You have like a cool piercing.
So
on
well
your
traveled.
Nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Is that a streak of purple in your hair? Can I even be talking to you right now?
Wait, you brought me a bunch of snacks from Europe. This is great.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting for this game. I really like I said, I cannot wait to review this game in 2 years on the podcast and just talk
on episode 500.
500. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, you guys. We're gonna keep going forever. Forever Skies, it is on Steam right now. I believe it is $20.
Not having played this game, my biggest complaint is the logo, because Skies has strike through font, and for some reason it throws my brain off. Look at that.
Yeah, so there's a reason.
I'm sure there's a reason for it, but
like the gunk below.
I get it. But like it, I'm like, what did he make a mistake?
Yeah.
Like, what do we?
Well, we did. That's
and I've thought about that
mistake.
Every time I've seen this game.
So it's actually $30. And it's on sale right now for $24. If you liked Raft as much as me, and you want to support somebody making Raft 2 in the sky, go spend $30. Otherwise, this is not. You will not get $30 worth out of this game.
Not right now.
I played it for 15 hours. So you can still get, and Raft is probably a 40 to 50 hour playthrough for the whole game. So that tells you, like, in terms of like how far I think they are through. I think they add a bunch more locations, a little bit of story, a couple more technologies and things. And yeah, you get up to that 40, 50 hours. But right now, if you're down for a 15-minute Raft clone, that is just, and it's not really much as it is kind of a clone because there's so much that you will recognize from Raft. Except for there's a scanner. Baby comes with a scanner, which Raft doesn't have because you're on a raft.
Nerd.
In the ocean.
Nerd.
He loves scanning.
Gotta scan.
Did you know Did you know this about him when you guys first started dating?
At first date, I told her
She's
about
like, he's like,
theoretical technology only exists in video games.
He's like, you know what I'm really into? Like, I try to work this into every conversation, but like, I like scanners. And she's like, I don't even.
You ever seen Star Trek?
What are you even saying? You ever seen Star Trek? That's a terrible way to start a date.
Or the best way ever because you're on the same page.
Yeah, it depends. I don't see.
Wow.
I don't know if Jenna was a huge Trekkie. Were you a huge Trekkie?
Yeah. I was indoctrinated young.
Yeah,
Trekkie, but guess what? You know what she was more of than Trekkie? That is gonna.
I feel like we've talked about this before.
You're gonna shit your pants. Stargate SG-1.
Yeah,
like
Stargate
SG-1 watcher.
Jenna, I tried watching Stargate and I was like, this is bad.
It's too dorky and it's so campy.
Like I like the movie.
Yeah,
the movie was fine, but the TV show, I was like, I can't.
Chewing scenery for like 8 seasons. It's good.
My sister and I had episodes of our favorites. We'd rewatch over and over again.
That is not a thing.
I could say
that is not a thing.
SG-1 on DVD.
Who are you?
Buy it in Best Buy. You're like, who's buying these box sets? This one.
Jenna's getting them for Christmas every year.
Yep. So anyway, that's Forever Skies.
Stargate.
It's good.
I even had a crush on Dr. Jackson.
Yeah.
But when later seasons when he's less whiny.
She's like hardcore opinions on SG-1.
Yeah, my opinion was like, this is pretty bad. I actually don't like it at all.
No, I sit down and watch it with her and my brain just starts to just like glaze over and I'm like, keep watching.
It's hard.
Especially
the early seasons were rough.
Yeah.
They were rough.
Like the whole show is filmed alternatively in a conference room and then like the woods behind the studio. Yeah. And every planet in the Stargate SG-1 universe somehow looks like Vancouver. It's wild.
I don't know how that happens.
It's always the same bad guys too. They just like go through different genres of bad guys.
Yeah, it's tight. All right, so next up we got this. Swing!
Run down. It's like robot sex, but music.
It's like robot sex.
What?
What's wrong? Huh? Got a problem with robot sex?
Okay.
Where do you think you get baby robots,
Jenna,
huh? Where do you think they come from?
I'm not discriminating against robots, okay?
Robots can't fuck.
When a man robot and a woman robot love each other.
When a bolt and a nut meet.
I can't.
Have you ever seen a Roomba? What do you think those came from?
What is
happening here? What is going on?
Why do they have nuts if there's not bolts?
Stop it.
Where's the bolt gonna go?
Why am I even here anymore?
You can't push it into another bolt. So the rundown.
What are we talking? How did we get there? Oh yeah, I remember.
The rundown is our way of reviewing video games. That's what we call our video game reviews because we're super huge Office fans, and that's the story. So Jenna has a rundown of a game called Sayonara Wild Hearts.
I do.
What's the rundown? Rundown.
Rundown.
It's like a dog woofing. It's like DMX in the 90s.
In every song.
Every song. Why is he woofing so much?
He a dog.
He's a dog.
All right. Sorry.
All right. Sayonara that was very overwhelming.
I drank a whole energy drink.
Yeah,
my brain.
You have like sweat on your brow.
My heart
right now.
is beating so fast.
You guys are crazy right now.
Sick.
If I have a heart attack here, what are you guys
I'm the only sane person and the only person that can drive.
Good. You're the only one without a broccoli.
Can I get a ride home?
I deserve a raise in this podcast.
See, that's why we didn't bring Danny. You guys start to unionize on us. Fucking labor unions. I don't need it. I don't need organized labor. What did you think about Sayonara Wild Hearts? Tell us the story about how you came across this game.
So I had never seen or heard of this game prior to Abby kindly sending it to me via Discord, and
shout out to
Abby. Yeah, awesome. And so finally had time to get around to play it, and the best way to describe it is just kind of like an arcade style trippy game.
Okay.
With a kind of like a sweet story of like, I guess it's a transformation of like a broken heart coming out from a relationship. This woman is the protagonist, and what I thought was super fun about it was there's so many different like mounts. Of course, I love when
that's why
like,
Abby knew you'd be into it. She saw mounts,
likes writing things.
Yep.
Yeah. So at one point, like you're this like stag, and I thought that was super dope.
Okay.
There, this car that like initially when I was driving, I was trying to be like really safe, but then I was like, no, they want you to be crazy.
Jenna convinced herself they wanted her to hit pedestrians.
I mean, why else would they pop up?
Pedestrians go flying over the hood if you're not supposed
why
to
is
hit
it so
there
satisfying if I wasn't supposed to?
Why is there so many thud sounds?
There's a notification that would go up all the time. It was like risky. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Quit encouraging me.
Risky is not like it's something you aspire to.
I'm pretty sure I got extra points for that.
It's like risky, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
This
Sweet.
Can I drink while I'm doing this?
She drives on the edge. It's awesome. It's also pretty like rhythm based, and sometimes I'm not like, it takes me a while to like get on the beat of that, but even still, like it was pretty lenient. So like as long as you were paying attention during the level, it wasn't like frustrating or anything. You were able to get through pretty easy. There is like a few instances where things like switch in terms of like what you're seeing on like two different sides of the screen. There's like these twins that are messing with you, and my eyeballs were like tripping out. I was like, if I was any older, I don't think I could handle this game. It would just be like,
message received. Okay, I won't play it. Jeez. It was directed straight at me.
I was looking right at Peterson. That is true.
If I was in my 40s,
if
I
was like
would definitely not play this.
No, this wouldn't be my thing if I was like an older guy.
She looked at me and she did like this wink, and I was like, I get it.
Okay, Jenna, Jesus,
Not
we know
gonna
you're still in
play
your
it.
20s.
But just because I'm about to have a seizure watching the trailer, so what?
It is pretty like forgiving if you screw up a bunch. It's like, do you want to skip this part?
Hate that when games do that. I'm like,
I feel-
fuck you forever. How
like,
dare you?
Yeah, I can delete you anytime I want.
Zelda does that to me every time in like the loading screen after I've died 50 times. It's like, if you keep dying, you should eat different foods and combinations. And that was helpful in hour 1. I'm at like hour 80. You can stop telling me that.
I know I can eat food.
Get it.
Okay. I'm just not good.
I just suck at the game. Fuck.
Okay, wait. So sorry, and I think you might have said it, but I missed it. What is like the gameplay loop of this? I'm watching the video, and I'm not sure I understand it. I just see lots of fast motorcycles and riding a stag.
It's like levels. I would think of it as like each level is like slightly different with different, but it's a continuous story. So at one point, for example, like you're battling someone that's got these like VR goggles on it. And you have to do all this like trippy stuff on the goggles as they're like moving around. And then the next level, you're looking through the VR goggles and having to do this like trippy level, which was my least favorite one and the only one I accepted on the skip this part because I was like, fuck this.
Too hard.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, yeah, it was just not pleasant for my eyeballs. I just was out on it, but everything else was really fun and I really enjoyed.
Are you fighting somebody? Is it like a I'm still trying to figure out this game.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like your own like version of yourself or like
I think I
symbolically something else that maybe you're fighting, but there are sequences where you're fighting, you have to time to hit these like circles correctly in order to punch them back.
Primarily, like it's a rhythm-based combat then.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but there's only like parts of it that are like that, and then or that you'll be chasing these people that you fight with during the level, and during that chase you're trying to pick up like little tokens or whatever they're called.
Are all of the actions timing based, like a rhythm type of thing? Like hit at the right time and you'll move, like in the like motorcycle sequences.
For the fighting and for some of the like, it's just hard to describe. It's so trippy.
Yeah, I'm looking. That's why I'm watching the video.
Did you
and
play
I'm like,
this on your handheld or did you play this on your monitor?
I played this on the Steam Deck.
On the deck.
And which was
cool.
great.
And it was good on the
Oh
deck.
yeah, it was awesome. It was perfect on it.
Okay, so this is $13. And we like to ask on this podcast, we like to do if you would wait for a sale, if you'd buy it at any price, or if you shouldn't buy it. Sounds like you'd recommend this game. But what do you think? $13?
I think if you watch the trailer for this game and you're like, this looks sick, definitely buy it. Otherwise, like if you're like kind of on the fence, like maybe wait for a sale.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a definite must buy.
oh, and it's short.
But you only
it
put
took
like
me
a couple
85 minutes.
Yeah, it says
complete.
and people are saying they beat it in like an hour and a half.
That's the
hour
problem.
20.
Yeah, because it seems like the game could be worth it for $13, but not at that length. Is there any replayability? Could you go back and do stuff? Is there any reason to do that?
Well, you get a score. So if you wanted to go back and improve all your scores, it's like that. It's very arcadey, in terms of that reward style, I guess.
Like, especially it seems like if you like, I'm reading reviews, like seems like the people who are really into the music, they were like, it was like a vibe, right? And they're like, yeah, just vibing along with the game. Those are the people that replayed it.
And it's funny because I Google Sayonara Wild Hearts, and one of the first suggestions that Google came up with was vinyl at the end of that. So I do think there's probably a vinyl, and probably people really appreciated the soundtrack of this one.
Most definitely.
And the music was great.
Yeah, it was great. I was so into like completing the levels, I didn't really like super pay attention to it, but yeah, it was very like.
Well, if you don't notice it, then it's like kind of doing its job.
Very immersive
in your way.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so that is Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Thanks, Abby.
Yeah, thanks to Abby.
Yeah, $13 on. I think it seems like it would be worth $13. Probably goes on sale for.
It's on everything, by the way. Switch, PS4, Microsoft Windows, iOS, Mac OS, tvOS, Mac, Xbox One. So yeah, you can get this just anywhere you want it. It's $13.
Don't you have a website where you can see if something went on sale? Because I bet it goes on sale for $9-10.
Well, yeah. Well, I've got a couple different, but let's look on SteamDB.
Because it does. If you like rhythm games, because remember that game I played, Hi-Fi Rush. The whole thing was a combat rhythm game. Like I'd have to sit there and be like, okay, wait, let me get the beat, and then be like, okay, now I can go out and do stuff because it was all rhythm based.
Yeah,
this looks a little bit like that. I mean, it's definitely more.
It's
trippy.
a lot more fluid. It's yeah.
Because
of the racing and the mounts and stuff, I feel like it allows a lot more progress.
This goes on sale almost every single Steam sale, winter, summer, spring, whatever. And they all go, it's all like 40% off every single time. It goes down to $8. What do you think about $8, Jenna?
Yeah.
So put this on your list if you're into rhythm games, because it will go down to $8 really quickly.
Yeah, like soon.
Yeah, soon.
The fall sale.
And it's getting older. Every year they get older, and then they decide to drop. It's 40. That's a 40%. They'll probably start doing 50% cuts soon. So
yeah.
Cool. All right. Let's do this next thing.
Okay.
Don't play no reindeer games. Don't play no reindeer games with me. Oh shit, they got a shitload of cookies.
Oh yeah, you can't forget that part. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. All right, so we do this reindeer game where I have the guys come up with a list. Like I say, okay, give me a character that has this. They come up with a list of 5 characters, and then I have like silly categories, right? We're gonna do it a little bit different this time because we're doing it live. I'm gonna play with you.
Okay.
I just made a bunch of categories.
Okay.
And for characters, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick a video game character.
All right.
And then I have in the hat, I've got the who are they? Just it could be silly, it could be dumb. I don't know. So we can make this quick. We can make it, if it sucks, we'll make it quick.
Okay.
It's gonna be random.
I hope it doesn't suck because we're gonna have to stretch Dice of Destiny 40 minutes.
We're fine, dude. 40 minutes. I will talk for 40 minutes.
We can burn it. We can burn it.
Give him another energy drink and it'll be just
Please
fine.
do not give
No,
me
we
another
give him another
energy
energy drink. He'll be on the floor. He
Guys.
will die.
Yeah,
His eyes are fully dilated. Looks like he's on MDMA. Jeez.
I think this one does have MDMA in it. I'm looking
Yeah.
at the ingredients list.
Well, does it have any synthetic truck oil in it?
No, that's the C4
C4 only.
Starburst truck oil.
Yeah, that's really
This
cool.
one has
I like-
200 milligrams of caffeine.
but no petroleum.
No.
That's see.
They
what are
did
you
have a
doing?
petroleum flavor, but I decided to go against that one.
Yeah, see, I
because-
like the original, but petroleum's okay. Reminds me of just like huffing gas when we'd go snowmobiling, you know, just like standing behind the snowmobile until you pass out, that type of stuff.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Really?
That wasn't like a. I don't know if that's a regular thing. That might have been a JD.
It was a regular
this is-
thing, let me tell you. Very regular.
for you.
Yeah, no, it happened all the time.
Everyone does it.
Everyone does.
Everyone does this. I promise. Okay. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
I want you to be quick though.
Okay.
You gotta be quick, and we can't have the same character. Okay. First category. Ooh, a fat character.
Am I supposed to come up with this?
Yeah.
A fat video game character?
Yes.
Do you need to take notes? Do we
Nope.
need to remember them?
Yeah. This. And we'll just do the category right now.
Okay.
We can come up with your character.
Stitches.
Oh, who's the fat guy in? I can picture him. I can't think of his name. The fat guy in Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Mike Tyson.
There was a big. He's gonna come punch you out. He
Just
is.
kill you.
Now I gotta look it up.
Your head explodes.
Come on, Jenna, fat guy.
How about the mom from Ori? She's fat. Like mom bod.
Um,
You
I
can't
don't
come up
even
with
know.
a fat
It doesn't
character.
have a name, so it's not really like a character.
Does that
That's
be a
okay.
video game character?
Yeah, from a video game.
Okay, fine.
Who do you got?
Can't you think of a? Let's think of games.
What's this
you
guy's
played.
name? This guy. That's the guy. Oh, King Hippo.
King Hippo.
Wait, who did I play in Borderlands?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Fat Tina.
No.
Oh, Tina. Tiny Tina.
Well, that's
That's
a
not
playable
fat.
character. She's an NPC.
Isn't she fat? I don't know. It doesn't have to be a playable character. Just
well,
any video game character.
I know. I'm saying the fat one she's referring to is a playable.
Oh.
Tiny Tina was not a playable character.
Oh, got it.
It is. Was it? Oh shit. Okay, let's see. Zero Salvador Maya Axton.
Oh.
There's a guy.
Deathtrapper Krieg.
Ooh, what about? Oh man,
Wait,
Street
hold
Fighter
on.
Sumo.
Didn't you play the Animal Tamer?
Jenna can't think of a fat video game character.
The Beastmaster? No.
Did
Mine's,
I play Salvador?
you got Stitches. I got King Hippo.
Let's see.
Oh, can I do Bowser?
Yeah,
Perfect. Beautiful.
Bowser's huge.
'Kay.
Beautiful.
Big fat turtle.
I love
Okay,
him.
so we've got Bowser, King Hippo, and who's yours?
Stitches.
Stitches. Okay.
Or the Butcher. I think either one.
That it's like the same person.
It's basically the same, except for one's got an open tummy.
That is your illegitimate child.
I'm sorry. Stitches is my illegitimate child.
How did you get there, JD?
Time traveling to hell.
Who is she? Who is she?
Well, how is he?
Yeah,
he seems old.
you have to
That's
answer
my
this.
problem.
This is my illegitimate child.
Oh, this is all our illegitimate
No,
children?
this is mine. Yeah.
So
and yours
that's
is Stitch-
Jenna's?
Jenna's is Bowser. Jenna, you.
I had sex with a turtle, I guess.
At least it was hers was the easiest birth though, because it's just an egg on the beach.
Yes.
She just
Jenna
crouched
lays-
down.
Yeah.
She just crouched down on a beach and dug a little hole and squirted out a couple of
and then
eggs
just left.
and then just fucking bounced
She's-
back into the ocean.
These bitches.
Are
Good
all-
luck.
Are all turtles are illegitimate children?
They're all bastards. They're all bastards.
Those-
They
Go
don't have
into the
dads.
ocean,
They
bastards.
definitely
Shelled-
don't have dads.
those
They don't have
sh-
moms. They're orphans.
They're all orphans.
And they're like, "Hey, how did you like the orphanage?" You're like, "Oh, that hole in the beach."
Well, it was all right until we all decided to leave, and then
And
like
then
3/4 of my siblings got
eaten by alligators and birds. fucking hated the orphanage. Okay, I like that.
Okay. A character that you think of when I say, you can't be the same one, JD.
Okay.
When I say a character that is so gross.
So gross.
Okay, real gross character.
Ooh, this is a fun one.
Now I'm just thinking of fat. I still got King Hippo. He's pretty gross. You see that belly? Oh, I got it. They could be stinky gross. They could be dirty gross. They could be any type of gross.
I Googled it for inspo.
What'd you get? Anything good?
It's just like horror game characters, which is kind of, I mean, I
feel
guess,
like
yeah.
the characters I've seen in, what is it, BioShock?
Ooh,
that's a really good one.
Yeah, there's
you
a
know
lot
what?
of
It's gotta
grossies in
be,
BioShock.
Yeah, what's the grossest character from BioShock? Probably the surgeon or Sander Cohen. Let's go with the You know what? Screw it. Let's go with the Big Daddy from BioShock, because apparently the thing that's inside of that is just a disgusting genetic freak monster.
Big Daddy?
The thing inside of it, yeah.
Mine is gosh, what's his name? The Overwatch character, Junkrat?
Oh,
no,
good.
with the who's the guy with the big belly button that sticks out?
The hook guy.
Roadhog.
Roadhog is
his
good.
belly button is so gross.
Roadhog is good. I like that. Jenna, who's your disgusting character?
I don't know. I was too
You
busy
gave me a good
helping
one.
you with.
Yeah,
Why'd you help me? I was gonna. My background one was Carry On. Was the monster
like the
from Carry On, because it basically rips people apart and like reconstitutes.
Makes a lot of like
noises. It's very squelchy.
Yeah, squelchy. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, so it reconstitutes people's like body parts into its own like giant mass. Gross. So I like that as a gross thing.
Okay, you gotta pick which one you want though.
Hold on.
Well, I can give Jenna anyone from BioShock.
There's got to be something from the Harry Potter game.
Which one? Hogwarts Legacy?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if anyone was gross. Was anyone gross?
I mean, the trolls pretty gross.
Trolls are pretty gross.
And the spiders were not pleasant.
You know what? Has a lot of gross shit is fucking Fallout.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking like what are those?
The super mutants.
What are the ghouls?
The centaur. Well, there's
remember
ghouls
when you go visit the ghoul, like the civilized ghouls, and they're all like rotting away.
Yeah, and then there's those centaurs, which are like the super mutants dogs from Fallout 3. They didn't really show up in Fallout 4, I don't think.
I'm trying to think. Jenna plays so many.
What about Leisure
games.
Suit Larry?
Oh, that's gross in a different way.
Gross.
Why can't I do the troll from Harry Potter?
You can do the troll from Harry Potter.
Do the troll from Harry Potter.
Okay, you got the giant troll from Harry Potter. I got Roadhog, and who did you get? Who are you gonna go with?
I gotta go with like a Fallout ghoul.
A Fallout ghoul. Okay, you have to tell me how this happened. How did this character ruin your bachelor or bachelorette party?
Oh. Well, so she was stripping.
Oh gosh, a ghoul?
Yeah.
A stripper. Oh, the ghoul was the stripper.
She took her top off and the rest of the top came off. So I was like, take it all off. And
she was like,
and I'm like,
all of it? And you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, right. And you're thinking, I mean, I don't know what it is about tits, but you need that areola on them or they don't do anything for you. So when she
it
took
just
it
fell
all
right off.
I mean, no pasties, no nipples, no nothing.
And everyone it was done
and
at
I'm
that
like,
point.
you went too far. Like, take off.
You said take it
your
all
shirt,
off.
Take off your top, but that's where you stop.
Don't take your skin off.
Yeah, so that's where it kind of ruined the vibe of the whole bachelor party.
What do you got? How did the troll ruin your bachelorette party?
Jenna's scowling. She's like, that's why you came home early.
I knew it. Deep down, I knew it.
He needs the nip.
Now I'm scarred just to learn about it.
Well, imagine how scarred she is.
That was a real poor choice of words, Jenna.
Cool. She's just one big scar.
Real insensitive.
Real disgusting language you're throwing out there.
I got.
Well, I'm not going to further make this gross by talking about the the troll stripping or doing a Magic
Yeah,
Mike.
what
His
impression.
club.
Magic Mike troll impression? He shows up and he pulls off his loincloth and you just hear bump.
Girls are like, I'm what?
Girls are like troll dog. Yeah.
Just starts whipping
Thump
that
it
bad boy
for me.
around. He's
Yeah.
got a club.
You don't whip it, you thump it if you're a troll.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you club it. It's his club.
Ugh.
Which club is his club?
Which club?
That's
Oh,
good.
Let's
It's
see.
good.
How
I
did
like the troll dick
Roadhog?
stuff.
How did Roadhog destroy the? Dude, it's just about his belly button.
Def got too drunk and just made a scene.
Just pulled his meal out from his belly button. Started eating in
He
front of
started
everyone.
rubbing his belly, and everyone
Uh-huh.
was like, "Please stop!"
You
And
gotta
then
stop.
he's
You
like,
gotta stop.
"You want to touch the bed? Want to touch the Audi?"
Mm.
And
Oh, he could have eaten too much. You go to like Wendover and he did it up at like the all you can eat.
his
you know
Audi got
Roadhog.
worse.
Yeah. Just kept going into an Audi. It ends up being a second stomach.
That Roadhog skin where it's the pig's nose is the
Don't like that.
that's the worst
I
one.
don't like
Okay,
that.
let's see. Here's we got next character. Okay, character when I say the word Harry.
Oh.
Harry.
Okay.
Harry.
You know what's weird that first came to my mind is Captain Price from Call of Duty because he's got that like epic mustache.
there you go. You can do
And
it.
I'm like,
Oh my
okay,
God.
when I think of like Harry, like a character
Harry.
with a bunch of hair.
Oh, I got it.
Bayonetta,
I got it. I got mine. Bayonetta. That's perfect.
right?
It's all
That's
hair.
the hairiest character in all of video games.
It could be a.
Actually, I kind of want to change mine to Bayonetta
you
now.
can change it to Bayonetta.
Because I hope I have her ruin my bachelorette party. Oh yes.
All right, Jenna. What's Harry? You got to close your eyes and just think.
What about Harry Potter? Harry. No, he's not in that game.
Mine is Zangief.
Zangief.
I feel like there's got to be
Oh,
an animal
nice.
game
From
I've
Street
played.
Fighter?
Nice.
Yeah, you've played lots of animal games.
Yeah, literally any of your Planet Zoo characters. No, just kidding.
The Zelda horses.
A Zelda horse?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a dangerous pick.
Okay.
You'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
See, gave
Mine is
birth to one of
Zangief. He's
those.
got like shoulder hair. He's like real
Is he
hairy.
the one that's like hunched over and he's like a wild animal?
No,
What's that one?
that's Blanca.
Blanca. That's what I
Zangief
would've
is
got.
like the big Russian guy. He's like chest hair.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's pretty gross.
Okay.
Oh, this is not too bad. This is your long lost twin.
Me and Bayonetta.
Now
Yeah.
you're gross. You were just saying she's hot, and she's your
You
twin.
perv.
She's long lost.
Ye-
I don't know
Okay,
that.
well now you do. And what do you think? Do you still think she's hot, Pervo?
Oh, did Luke Skywalker stop hanging out with Leia? Or did he go and save the galaxy?
You didn't
with
try
her?
to kiss her again, JD.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to kiss her again, but I'm not gonna like deny my past feelings.
Yeah, but
It's
are they your
somehow
current
not
feelings
valid.
still?
Let's move on. Let's move on. Not talk about my
Je-
banging hot
let's-
twin sister.
Let's go talk about Jenna and the horse sister.
And I'm wondering, like, how do I jerk off in the mirror? And like, how do I squint enough to make that work for
It's like,
me?
if I grow my hair long, can I
I'm
do
like,
that
am I-
too?
How close am I to Bayonetta? And how did I lose the genetic lotto? God damn.
Jenna.
I also lost the
Jenna.
genetic lotto.
I don't know. I think you won. You're not a horse.
Centaur.
I would rather
So-
be a horse.
That's true.
So wait, is that what this what happens when two centaurs
Mm.
have sex together, or a centaur and what's
Every time a centaur has sex, there's a 50% chance that it's just a horse
and a
or just a regular person,
reverse? What's a reverse centaur?
a horse.
Is there a horse head and a human?
Oh, it's
body?
just a human just dragging a giant horse head around because it's too big on the front.
Yeah. So this
They're
is
just-
that's like a what's it called? A minotaur. So it's like a centaur and a minotaur have had babies.
I'm picturing like a horse
And-
from the front, like the front half of a horse, and then just useless human legs just dragging along the back. And they're naked and pink and genitalia just hanging there. And they're just trying to keep up with the front half of the horse. I'm going to Google reverse centaur. Oh, yeah. This is not
Yeah.
pleasant. This is not fun
that-
imagery.
That was one
this
of
is-
Jenna's
Okay,
parents.
I'm glad it came out normal. All right. I'm glad it wasn't like that. I don't even know.
So
Oy.
Jenna came out
Jenna came out as a
full human. Her twin is full horse.
in the centaur world, though. Jenna is the subject of extraordinary mockery. Just,
oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at that.
yes.
Look at that. What would they call her? What would be the
Notar. I don't know.
Baldy?
Baldy.
Let's see. Mine's Zangief. That's not that interesting. I just have a gigantic Russian twin. You know, we grew up separate.
Just a strong rack. Don't Google reverse centaur.
Don't. You need to now.
We did it here for you.
It's really like there's no clear consensus on what it is, but the consensus is that it's awful.
It's not great.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Okay, you ready?
Now let's see what's up.
Let's do. Okay, the first character you think of. Okay, close your eyes. Word association character. When I say the word blood.
Oh, I know.
What's yours?
The vampire in Streets of Rogue.
Nice.
Oh, that is a good
Holy
one.
shit. I was going with Sub-Zero because my mind went to Mortal Kombat, and I thought, what is the first thing I think of in Mortal Kombat? Probably. Wait, who is the one with the hat?
Raiden.
Raiden. That's the one I'm going to go with.
Because
Raiden.
that's funny because I went Mortal Kombat too.
Sub-Zero just freezes you. It's not as much blood, but
Mine
Raiden
was
is a lot of
Scorpion.
blood.
Scorpion.
Scorpion is the one I'm thinking of. Scorpion's the one that has the most blood.
I said Scorpion first, so I get Scorpion. So you got to think of different.
Raiden's going to kill you. He's the Thunder God. You're
Uh,
fucked.
okay. Well, let's see.
Let's have some more poison.
Oh, it's not so bad. You have to spend a whole day with this person. What are you doing?
What are you doing with the vampire from Streets of Rogue?
Pretty much the same Streets of Rogue stuff, probably.
I'll probably be hacking.
Yeah, she's
They'll
the
be
hacker.
Laura.
Dude, she's just in Streets of
Isn't
Rogue
that
now.
your favorite character? Is the vampire?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, dude, it's ridiculous. So, like, we'll be trying to accomplish tasks, and Jenna is literally just trying to drink the whole town dry.
Okay.
She just is going through killing.
I need more
everyone.
health, okay?
What does this tell us?
She needs health because people catch her killing people.
Who's your character in Streets of Rogue?
It's a
Hacker.
vicious cycle. I can't stop it.
Yeah,
Guys,
It's out of my control.
I think this says something about us because mine is the comedian. I just want to
Just go
gather
ahead and troll.
this whole group and like sometimes people hate me
Yeah.
and sometimes people are like, I like you so much, I'm gonna follow you around and fight for you. Jenna's just trying to like leech off of everyone like a
Kinda just kill
vampire.
people.
Just like
Yeah.
killing so many
It's
people
really not about the
Chomp.
health so much.
in like a real negative way. JD's over here.
hacking.
just like-
I'm a hacker because I like to make the
You
refrigerator.
do have an Amazon Fire Stick.
Yeah, I can
Or
do
wait,
it.
Are you that little British kid that hacked
Do you see a broccoli boy cut on this head?
I saw you try to give yourself a broccoli boy cut a little earlier.
I'm gonna do it, you guys. Everyone listening here, you hear it first. I'm gonna go get a perm. I'm gonna pull it down right above my eyebrows. I'm going full BB, full broccoli boy.
I have to spend a whole day with Scorpion. We don't have a lot in common, if I'm being 100% honest. So
I bet if you were spending a day with Scorpion and you had someone you wanted him to kill, though,
he would honestly probably just be like, "Let's go get Johnny Cage," and we're like, "Look, shut up about Johnny
Okay,
Cage. I don't
cool.
care."
I literally don't think he's real. I think you're just here for the day.
How are you even here, Scorpion?
Yeah, I
And
don't
he's
think
like,
there's anyone else for this deal.
"Yeah."
Um,
You're just hanging out with the Thunder God, so
Yeah, I
That's
think
pretty
Raiden
sweet.
could be fun.
he can.
What do I need a lot of lightning for? I guess I could charge my car real quick.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Um,
bro. Let's go on a road trip. Just keep this bad boy charged because you've
Yeah.
got a Rivian.
mhm.
Just keep it charged. Let's go.
Yeah, that would be good. You
Kinda-
could just, and he's like, cool.
And then
he's
at the
like,
end
we
of the
could
day, you'd be
fly
like,
or
yeah, no, see you
teleport or
later.
anything. I'm like, no, just the car is fine.
And then once you get there, be like, "You're out of here."
I really
Raiden."
would have rather had Jenna spend a day with the troll from Harry Potter. I mean, honestly,
That would have been
this is
honestly.
missed opportunity.
She's kind of sad she already used the horse because she's like, I could have spent a whole day with a Zelda horse. Like that would be the best day of my life.
too busy giving birth to a turtle. You thinking?
Laying eggs. Okay, we'll do a couple more.
Squirt that
Hot
steak.
female. Go. Who's your hot female
Ooh,
character?
Can't use Bayonetta. I won't use Samus Aran because that's cliche.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do the recent Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
nice.
okay.
The reboot Tomb Raider, and then
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
Not Terminator.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Raider.
Sorry,
Tomb Raider.
Tomb
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
I am the Tomb Raider. Present to me.
It's
your
not a
artifacts. It's not a tomb. It's not a tomb.
Okay.
Oh my
I'm
God.
choosing Professor Sprout, or is that her name?
The broom lady
From Harry Potter? No. From
Oh.
Hogwarts Legacy?
Yeah, but she wasn't Professor Sprout.
No, what was her name? Professor. She had some kind of plant name. She's the plants teacher. For some reason, I was like, oh, all right.
Botany teacher? Yeah, she was a smoke show, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's all right.
Professor Garlic.
Oof. That's not a great name, but yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you
that
can
was her
you can
name.
help her out with that.
Yeah, well, she's gonna be Professor Deasing here.
How's that breath? She's got garlic breath.
What?
Yeah, okay. No, I have garlic breath now.
No, yeah,
Oh boy.
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, a lot of other things smell like garlic.
All
I'll
right,
tell you that
what do you got?
Stop,
Who's your hot
stop.
character?
I'm like, who was I crushing on recently? I'm trying to think of any first person single player games I played.
Who'd you say, Jenna? Oh, Tomb Raider.
Mhm.
Who's hot?
Who's hot? JD
Oh
is
my
saying.
God.
Well,
Who's
you.
hot?
I don't know. What are you into, JD? That's the real question.
I feel like you liked that chick who had the scar on the face and the white hair forever ago. I don't remember what game.
My own character.
That's
That sounds like the character
Geralt
I
from The
always make.
Witcher.
Ooh.
And we said hot female. I do have hot male in there somewhere. Geralt dibs if we get there.
Geralt
Oh,
dibs. I mean, you
wow.
put his hair in a pony, and
No, not for this one.
I don't know who is the hottest.
Yeah, anyone from Street Fighter, anyone from Rocket League, anyone. I'm just kidding.
Oh, come on, JD. Here's my problem is I'm not a deviant or a weird sexual pervert. So when I play video games, I'm not so much
You're not like into them.
ogling the wait, who is the character that had like a butt that I was looking at recently?
I don't know.
Oh, was it starts with a C, I think. Control.
See-
There we go. Yeah, the chick
Oh,
from
the
Control.
chick come from. She's pretty cute.
I'm way into that shit.
Yeah, she's all right.
She'd kick my ass. Shoot me in
Yeah.
the head with a magic
I
gun.
know you like that.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't want to do that one.
It's your game. It's your reindeer.
Okay, this is I'm doing this one no matter what. Oh, okay. Well, this is pretty easy. You had a sex dream about that person.
The dream, though, I'm not sure I ever left because it's
It's
the chick
Control.
from Control. So
like the Professor
can
Garlic, that's
never be
real.
sure.
That could be real.
probably has happened to both of us.
Like at the same time, we were okay. Maybe we were in a hotel room
Okay,
together.
so she has dirty fingernails. Maybe that's something I'm fucking into. I'm sorry, sue me.
She's always digging around in the dirt.
Always digging around in the dirt.
Yeah.
Kind of smells.
She's
She's
got
got
like a-
like stains
Bring those mandrakes
on her like skirts from kneeling in the dirt.
It was my dream. Okay, Jenna, don't give me that
Oh,
look.
so you don't want to fuck in a greenhouse? Like I'm some Puritan. Like I'm so above
In a
that.
Do you have
Greenhouse.
muffs on to avoid the screeches
Yeah.
of the
Dude, if you've
mandrake
never
roots?
fucked when mandrakes are just going ham and just screeching, that's how you keep people out.
Look, the Whomping Willow was there.
Look, we had a cutting from the Whomping Willow, and it was whomping. Let me tell you that much.
She kept calling me the Whomping Willow.
I'll whomp your willow, baby.
Jenna, who did you say again?
Jenna's not even here anymore, dude. Jenna's gone. Who do you have a sex dream about? Wait,
Who-
what?
Tomb Raider?
Oh yeah.
That's tight.
No, that's like a legit one.
Was it scary though?
No, we're in the jungle and we made sex swings out of the
The
Out of
vines.
the vines.
And the
Okay.
guys like come around the corner with their machine guns and they're like, wait.
War needs to
Just
stop.
fucking wait. Just fucking wait.
Tea
Just
break,
fucking
tea
wait."
break, tea break.
Then
Time out, time out.
the first guy comes around, he tells everyone, hold.
Hold.
This
They
is
like
like-
got their grenades.
They're
and
like,
they're
what?
ready.
He's
They're
like, no, don't come around this corner. Do not come around this corner.
Just fucking wait. Just
Yeah.
fucking wait.
Hold on, I'm gonna
Fucking wait.
you stay here. I'm gonna go out
They're
there.
like,
for a
did you
second."
find that girl that keeps killing us in the jungle? They're like, yes, but just fucking wait, okay?
Just okay.
She's doing something with the vines. I just don't know what. Oh. Oh.
Okay, last one. This will be our last one. And then we'll move. Oh gosh, we went straight to it. Hot male. Jenna,
All
I'll let
right,
you
you
go
got
first.
Geralt.
Garrett, I already called dibs. I
How did
called
you do
dibs
that?
because I called dibs. You,
You do respect dibs, don't you?
yeah. So
Okay,
come on. All right, Jenna.
This is gonna be hard.
Who am I into? Who am I?
Think of like, do you like the grizzled white guy? Because that's all of them. So you could like.
If
go
my pick of the
anywhere.
litter are guys that kind of look like
So
me with
much-
shorter hair.
So much variety
If
to
I
choose
if
from.
I'm like, oh, I have
Just pick a
slightly
game.
short,
Honestly, just pick
brown
one.
hair, kind of a
like
beard.
a half beard.
I go work in the yard for 6 hours. I am an average video game
like
character.
Marcus Phoenix, isn't that his name? Like anyone who looks like him, they're kind of like that's the look.
Yeah. No, because I'm kind of more into like the
Softer?
like the femboy look, kind
A
of
little bit
thing.
softer. So who do we got?
I was kind
there?
of thinking Dante, but he's a little muscly for my tastes.
Oh gosh,
There's like a rogue-like ish character.
oh,
Like fucking Link.
oh, okay.
You like
Twink Link, dude. I'm into it.
Like,
his
especially
vagina
in the-
bones.
What is wrong with you?
Luke, dude, if I'm moving my hand from your belly button down and I'm not sure what I'm gonna find down there, that is my fucking
Dude,
vibe.
this is a callback to like 4 episodes ago.
Yeah, dude.
When
You love vagina bones. I was wondering why you were laughing so hard, and I just remembered.
it's
Vagina
so
bones
stupid.
kills you. That's the bones around which the vagina is designed. It's pulled over them like a metal framework.
It has to open up to.
The bones are on a hinge, but they operate on a hinge. They open up when they accept a mate, like the alien in Alien. So yeah, dude, fucking Link.
Oh my gosh. Dude,
He's not a child, right? Because
No.
otherwise, okay.
Is he like
Well, he's a child in some of the games.
1,000 years old?
Okay, so he's 117 years old, but apparently he's like 17. But we're gonna pretend we're in like one of 32 different states where that's the age of consent.
Oh man.
Not Utah, but
The vagina bones. I can't. If you remember, the gamers were complaining that Link had quote unquote vagina bones, and he just had that like.
because he wasn't fat, because he wasn't drastically overweight, and guys were like, "Where's his belly?
What is that?
Where's his belly? Why isn't anything hanging over his
It's
waist?"
just that like when
man.
really ripped guys have that.
Dude, not even that ripped. Sometimes
No, yeah,
you
just don't have
that
to be
ripped.
fat,
Yeah,
and they've just got that like right by their hips, you know,
Yeah.
going down.
Brad Pitt in Fight Club.
Yeah, they thought that was a vagina.
So
bones.
when they see Brad Pitt in Fight Club, they're like, I don't know what to fucking
I didn't
think.
know Brad
They're
Pitt
like, what?
was.
That's a lot.
I dead, dude. All right, Jenna. Sorry, hot guys from video games. She's having a hard time with this one, I think.
That's true.
Is it because I stole Link?
Yeah, obviously.
That's not your jam? You're not into
Oh,
Link?
No.
Am I the only
Everything
guy
about
would
that
fuck
game
Link?
is sexually weird. I'm
That game is
sorry.
very sexual.
It makes me fucking uncomfortable.
It's super sexual.
Okay.
That's why I didn't feel uncomfortable sexually harassing Link, because like the giant fairies do it to him. They literally
Constantly?
sexually assault him, and he looks uncomfortable with it.
okay.
It like blacks out, and they're like, "Oh," and he's like, "Oh, fuck that."
like
at the
this
end.
is
At first, when
pretty
you upgrade
awkward.
your armor for the very first time, calling back to the repeated animations, you update your armor, and she pokes you on the forehead. The second time you update that same piece of armor, she gives you a kiss on the face, and her lips are about the size of your face.
Oh my.
Which I'm like, yeah, that's where my mind goes. I'm like, what else? And then the third time, she like gets up there, and you see her tits coming at you, and then it just like whites out, and there's like giggling,
You're
and then
getting harassed.
yeah, like your job, you would not be okay with how she upgrades
She's,
armor.
She's definitely gonna get a visit from Fairy HR.
Yeah, Fairy HR, which I'm sure is real ball busters. Jenna, you got a hottie yet?
I think like the Assassin's Creed dude characters got kind of like a hot, mysterious, dark
Okay.
vibe to
Okay,
them.
like an
Do you want the
Enzo type
Viking
of
one?
guy. Oh, the Viking one? Do you
Which
like the
one are you
Viking
into?
look?
Or
Or
I
like
like-
kind of just
What
choose
was the
what?
last one that you played that was like Egyptian?
Oh, the Egyptian one. Yeah, he was
he
sexy.
was like a
Assassin's Creed Origins.
Does it show their faces, or is it just
It is third person.
or is it just like the hooded guy? Is he hooded?
Well, he's in the cutscenes and stuff.
Okay, but
yeah, he's like a character. He's like a Egyptian looking dude. What's his name? Jenna. His name is Bayek of Siwa.
okay. Here's it is. How did Blizzard ruin their next game?
Yeah, look at this smoky guy. That's
Oh
Jenna's
yeah,
into
no,
that
he's
guy?
all right, dude. JD,
A guy that
looks
looks like he
nothing
would
like
play a
you.
terrorist in a 90s film.
He looks nothing like you, JD. So I'm sorry.
Okay,
Okay,
Oh,
it's either
man, he
that.
is
Okay,
hot.
it's either that or the kid that was in the Star Wars. That's like the redhead.
new Star Wars one.
Yeah.
Ew, a redhead, and I get judgment for going after Link, and you want a redhead?
Oh,
Okay, fuck
wow.
All right. Okay.
The list of hot redhead guys is 0 people long.
Okay, fine. We'll stick with
Rupert Grint.
No, any of the Weasleys.
Yeah, I saw the funniest thing that his name looks more like it belongs in Harry Potter than Ron Weasley. It's more of a Harry Potter name.
Rupert Grint. That
It's more of
is,
a Harry Potter name than Ron.
dude. Is he the Minister of Magic?
I know, right?
Okay, this character, Blizzard now has the rights to them at their next game. How did they ruin it? So, Link. Blizzard is making a Link game.
Oh,
God.
Oh,
Well,
God.
it's obviously going to be a role class-based shooter.
And the vagina bones are really present.
Oh yeah. Just like he's only wearing a midriff at any point. I'm trying to think how Blizzard would ruin, because when is the last time they made a single player game? They'd turn it multiplayer, because that's all
what they would
know how to
do. They would make the
multiplayer game?
The Legend of Zelda,
Tears of the
Storm,
Tears of the Storm,
Tears of the Storm, and it would be a multiplayer Zelda game. Mine is who did I say? Geralt. Geralt. How would they ruin The Witcher? Literally do anything. They would just ruin it.
Just copy whatever is happening now.
Yeah.
Easy.
They'd hire the writers for The Witcher and be like,
You know,
write us the next game.
first order of business is they are not reading the books.
Oh,
nobody at Blizzard is allowed.
I'm not
those
even
books
sure.
are not gonna.
Don't even mention books because those are for nerds.
It's like the Halo TV series where they're like, "Oh, we didn't watch the games, we didn't play the games. We're just kind of doing our own thing with it."
Yeah,
that's how Blizzard would take The Witcher.
Blizzard would address it. They would do their own thing with it.
They're
completely.
like, there's already games and a Netflix series and books, and we just wanted to differentiate ourselves from all that.
You know what? Okay. You know what? You know where Geralt has never been? He's been a lot of crazy places. He's never been to space.
So that's why we gender swapped Geralt and we called it the Bitcher. We think it's going to really help us.
Dude, you're going to love the cleavage, though. Trust me.
Still a lot of ass shots.
He's
got an ass on his chest now.
We're required
Double
to use
ass.
the boob physics that we use in every game. So we were like
the exclusive focus of our studios used to be tit physics.
Geralt. Okay, the game. Geralt dies in the first 5 minute the cutscene.
And Siri comes bouncing out. You see the side of a door frame, and the first thing that comes through the door is her tits. And then she comes out behind him and she's bouncing around like, where did Geralt go? And these things are just like free physics.
And then there's not another man in the game.
All the monsters.
But somehow everyone's still sexist. Like, it's pretty bad. Who did Jenna say again? We talked too long.
She
and
said that either the Jedi guy or the guy from.
Let's go with Redhead.
No, Assassin's Creed.
The Assassin's Creed smoke show.
No, you said the ginger. How are
I
we gonna...
did not. I corrected myself. You guys weren't listening.
Oh, because then she realized, she's like, no, I don't want it.
Cal Festus or.
And how are they going to ruin the latest Assassin's Creed game?
Ooh, well,
his character in particular, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna take away his hood. That's an obvious no.
He's no longer an assassin.
Yeah, like he can't hide. How can he have stealth without his hood?
He has, because these are time travel games.
Mm-hmm.
So he has time traveled forward now, and he has guns.
Yeah, you know what? Let's try
and a
travel
baseball cap.
It's Assassin's Creed Origins, so that doesn't make sense to go forward. There's only one real direction that makes sense to go. So he goes back and he's battling Neanderthals and all these other things. He can't talk to anyone because there's no like established language, but he is the first assassin. He's just kind of killing random hominids
He's just
that don't really have like a grasp of agriculture, culture, or really anything beyond survival. But you're just hunting these like really primitive humans with all your cool tools, your knife.
And like some of them can fight back. Like they're not like
they're pretty strong, but
yeah, they're not useless.
They don't
like
have
they're gonna fight, but
steel swords.
They can't jump off huge things and no, they don't. Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Origins from Blizzard Entertainment. Coming straight.
Origin.
Yeah, just Origin. It's just the one. Flush it down straight down your toilet.
Assassin's Creed Humanity's Origin. Yeah, so they're just going back and they're just like, you know what? They can never kill. Isn't that the whole thing? Like, how do you save the line? The bloodline? I don't know what the story is.
Well, there's like aliens that have been fucking around on Earth for so long. So like I'm actually starting to think maybe my proposal wasn't that stupid because the aliens
Ancient alien, they go back and
ancient aliens. Like that's what they based. They're called the Isu. They're a highly advanced species of humanoid beings that were active on Earth during the era several millennia before the rise of ... fucking stupid
cavemen.
Snippets. Rise of
That's as far as Blizzard read.
Yes, even the most ancient human civilizations. So I was not. There's Assassin's Creed fans out there listening to this, and they're like, "No, JD, that's not like the worst idea. Assassin's Creed Origins would be good
if you go all the way back. I mean, you can
so
stop
that's what it is.
The source.
That's what Assassin's Creed Origins is. It's some poor Egyptian guy that's been ripped back to the past, and he's either knifing Neanderthals or running away from hyper advanced aliens. Why are they even
the Protoss,
there?
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go. And he's just like, I got to stay away from these things. And the hominids are worshiping him like gods. And you're just
it's like killing stuff.
You're just killing.
At some point, you do get a laser pistol.
Yes.
From the aliens.
Then it turns into Halo.
Yeah.
It's fucking cool.
It turns into.
Okay, I don't see how this is ruined. This seems like a good game.
Actually,
I don't know.
This is becoming very
It's called
good.
Assassin's Creed, though. Don't worry. It'll go back.
Blizzard will make it right. The Blizzard are turning into a multiplayer game.
Oh my god, it just takes 2 wrongs to make a right, is what you're telling me?
Yes.
That's right.
That's what we should do. IP swaps.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's every once in a while. Like that shit that they're doing where they're giving Activision, Microsoft's like, oh, we'll give Activision's cloud services to Ubisoft. That's exactly it. So it's like Ubisoft is going to give Assassin's Creed the license to EA for 5 years. You can make one game out of it and see what fucking happens. That would be hilarious.
EA gives a sports game over to like
anyone.
Take-Two,
literally
Interactive.
Anybody else. No, Take-Two's the one that's doing the 2K games over.
Oh, are
over
they?
Again. Yeah, they're all bad. That's like I'm like anyone. You give it to the indies.
Yeah.
Anyway, is that it? Do we have any more?
No, let's end it.
Okay, let's move on to dice. Dice of Destiny.
Dude,
we already have that.
We do have an acapella version of that one already.
Dice of Destiny is this fun little game we play at the end of every episode. Every episode, we have a 6-sided dice that we roll to see who will be responsible for rolling the Dice of Destiny itself. A 20-sided dice with 20 different game genres assigned to it. At that point, we then roll another 6-sided dice to see the budget that person has. They find a game in that genre for that price, pick it, play it, review it. Ooh, I got it all out. Peterson.
Dude, in one breath. That wasn't a requirement, but
no,
he did
I got it.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, Peterson rolled a JRPG for the 50th time. He played a game called Symphony of War, the Nephilim Saga.
I don't think you've ever had JRPG on this.
Possibly. Probably not.
Okay, I played Symphony of War. It's a real JRPG name. Symphony of War, the Nephilim Saga.
Yeah, Danny's had one. You've had 3. I don't think I have done one.
So I played this game and I went into it thinking this was going to be a classic turn-based strategy where you are like, you've got your 3 guys over on the left side. They've got their 3 guys on the right side. And you're like, pick a
Final
magic
Fantasy
attack.
status,
Yeah. I thought it would be that.
Sure.
It is not that.
Surprising.
And it was surprising and it was a welcome change to the genre. So what this is you control, and there's a whole story too. Yeah, I would say like the story is huge in this game. There's 30 chapters and each chapter has like another story to it. So in between each battle, it goes into story and it's all happening via conversations. And then so you control this woman, and you are actually you can choose a man or a woman. I chose a woman because it just seemed cooler, and I chose right because for the story it is like
It's dope.
It's real great. But what you do is you're fighting for the empire, quashing a rebellion, and then it turns out the main guy running the empire kills everyone and takes over, and you're now the rebel group, right? Nothing in the story is super unique, and you're like you've become the chosen one, and you're the Nephilim reborn, which is like the angels, right? Because the big bad is like a demon guy, and so you're
very
like
original.
Yeah, it's all very, very. I mean, you already know. I haven't finished it, and I already know what's going to happen, right? But how this game is different is when you go into a combat. So you start in a combat, and it is a grid-based world, which I love grids, and like your character can travel this far, and you go this far, and if you go next to one of the bad guy armies, so it's a character, but there's an army attached to that character. So I've got my lady, my main general, but she's got a small army, and it's a point system based on my character's stats. So she has a leadership stat, and each unit, kind of like a Warhammer game, has a number of points assigned to them. So if she's got 55 leadership, I can get 55 points worth of guys, and the better they are, the more they cost to add to the army. However, if you start off with basic guys, they will level up, and you can like change their class. So if I've got a swordman, I can change him to a knight, and then I can change him to something even better, a master swordsman, right? And it doesn't cost more points. So it's beneficial to start with a piece of crap army and just level them up as you go. So you go into the combat, you in the overworld, in the grid world, my general meets their general, and then it goes into a fight. And at that point, it's an auto battler. So I've got my 5 guys or whatever, and he's got his 5 guys, and they attack. And the strategy is the placement of your units. You put the swordmen and the shield guys up front because they'll take the brunt of the damage. You protect the mages, and you protect the archers in the middle, and you put.
This does look so up your alley. Like they made a JRPG for you, with a combat style more fitting to what you're into. It kind of feels not necessarily, but a little bit like Into the Breach. In terms of like the grid and the placement, not
right. It's not like their turn, my turn. It's like we're each, well, it kind of is, but like you're each moving them individually. But the auto battler, I thought I was like, oh man, but actually I love it because there's a ton of strategy with your unit placement, the types of units in your army, where you put them on the grid. So you put your archers out there, and they can get a guy that can attack them. They're pretty screwed when your units die, and this is some replayability in the game. So I'm playing normal mode, where my units die. Even if the whole army dies, at the end of the battle, they're back. Like I get them back. They just didn't get any experience, so they didn't level up. There is a mode you can select where it's permadeath. Anything that dies stays dead.
No way.
That honestly sounds so hard. Everything has died. Like it's pretty easy in terms of beating each level. But a lot of stuff's gonna die. By the end, I'm like, some of my armies are looking pretty scant.
It was like in Koromon. If any of my Koromon died, I'd release them or whatever. That was the hardest difficulty. So hard.
Yeah.
Needlessly hard.
And so this would be very hard because it is expensive to get new guys. One thing they do well is, well, I'll go to the next. So you do the battle and you beat the battle. And then in between each battle, there is you're like, go to a city, and then there's a menu. And this is where you organize your army. So you can level up your guys. You can add. You don't change their weapons. You just change what type of guy they are. But you can add artifacts to the army, which buffs some stats, but it costs leadership points. So there's like a cost to everything. You can buff stats on individual units. And so there's like a ton to do when you get to the city menu. In fact, I spend just as much time there as I do in the battle.
Seems like a ton of menus, like tons of menus.
And that's only when you get to the city. And when you're doing the combat, it is not at all menus. But when you get to the city, it's like managing your army. And I
You
was
have
like,
this giant sexy chick in your army that just sits at the front.
She is the best
and
character.
just stomps on people.
You
my
tall
God.
mommy.
Yeah, to
She's a
go
giant
back to my question,
paladin.
not the woman from Control, but whoever the fuck
Yeah.
is in your game, tall mommy.
She is.
That's my
yeah,
fetish.
Yeah, but
Fuck.
she gets mentioned in a lot of the reviews.
Okay, that tracks.
It does track.
Just
So
like
when
me.
you go in between the battles and you do your leveling up in menu, it's really great because it feels like a totally different game. And like I said, I spend a lot of time there. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I do. And that's where you like manage the placement of your units within each army.
Mhm.
You upgrade your guys, you add artifacts, you can buy new guys. You can just like buy new units to make new armies and stuff. It is
It's gorgeous.
really fantastic. The art style is it's a kind of like a anime light art style, but when you get into the battle, it's more like cartoony, almost like a Final Fantasy look.
Yeah, no, the Final Fantasy kind of the 16-bit aspect from the overworld when you're walking around is amazing. They've got just hand-drawn art for the characters when you're talking that pops up next to their little speech bubble. That's also gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. All the characters have like their own personality. There's
really nice.
They have relationships. You can choose to have people like date, be like this is their partner now, romantic partner, and you can't change that once you make it. So
have you started so much drama yet?
No drama. No, I'm choosing good choices. My army's pretty sound.
Dude, look at the screenshot they chose for one of these. It's literally tall mommy's ass.
Her butt. Yeah, everyone loves her butt.
In the middle of an action.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Look how big she is.
She's huge. So
please.
honestly, I can honestly say I became obsessed with this game.
I saw you were obsessed.
Love
I saw
it.
you boot this up. I get on work and I work next to my game computer and I get on sit down to work at like 8:39 and I look and Peter's like, boop, Peterson's playing Nephilim Saga.
It's very easy to just like stop playing too. It requires nothing from my computer. I can just leave it on all day and it's not like warm or heating up or anything.
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't even play it on a full screen. It's just like a window.
You mean you're not cooking while you're gaming?
I can't make any food on my computer.
I have a
while
hint.
I'm doing
Just
this.
put Valheim on in the background, run both games, and you can cook.
Hogwarts
anything.
Legacy with ray tracing on.
Not looking forward to Starfield.
I could do
Are you playing that on your Xbox or your PC?
My PC, and it's gonna
We're
cook.
fucked.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new computer soon, probably after
No.
that.
Yep.
So this game, I absolutely recommend it. I have had so much fun with it. 100% I'm gonna finish it because I'm, like I said, 2/3 of the way through it, and I love it. I love it. I did
you're
not
like
think
30, 40 hours, 20, 30.
Yeah, I think they said because there's 30
How many
chapters.
are
I'm
you
on
in?
chapter 20. 21. I just finished 21,
okay,
and I'm about 20 hours in.
So it's like a 30, 40 hour game.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You could make it quicker if you like didn't spend so much time managing your army, but I love it. It's very, very fun. Very, very fun. It has consumed a lot of my gaming time.
7,800 reviews, overwhelmingly positive, and it just came out last summer, so it's only been out for a year, and that's and it's staying.
It
recent
feels
reviews
different. It
positive.
feels different than other JRPGs. Great.
It's only
game.
20. It's only $20.
I
Dude,
got it for
this
less than that. I bought it in a bundle.
insane. Oh yeah, it does come in a bundle that's only $31.
And that bundle was on sale. I think I bought the whole
there's a
bundle
for
like
$44 that comes with Dark Deity,
I
Symphony
have
of
that
War,
one.
and Tyrant's Blessing.
Yep, I've got all those.
And Tyrant's Blessing is another grid-based fighter.
So I bought those because I was like, "Ooh, I do crave."
They
these
all have
games
grids.
sometimes.
I have all three of those.
And I
Grid
think
bundle.
I got it for like $20.
Yeah,
like, it was like nothing.
Yeah, it's
So,
ridiculous. This is crazy.
Fantastic game. Absolutely, this is a buy. I mean, I would wait for a sale probably because it's gonna go on sale. I mean, any of these games, you're like, just wait. There's no urgency to play it. But it is a fantastic game. I am in love with it.
Well, dude, you should check this out. It's like part of a franchise. Like they've got a whole thing.
I know.
So yeah, you're gonna get sucked into this world. There's a game called World Turtles. What? Yeah, this is sick.
Anyway,
that's where my babies ended up.
That's Jen.
Flying around.
Jen has been hanging out in World Turtles.
Oh my gosh, dude, I love it. So this is a buy at any price.
Buy it. This
Buy
is
it
a
right
great
now.
game,
Yeah,
you guys.
You can wait for a sale, but you probably shouldn't if that sounded good. $20. Holy crap.
Yeah. If you're into these games at all, you will love it. It is really great.
All right, so that means we got to re-roll on our hands here, and we will do our Pokemon State Championship dice. to figure out who's going to play. Jenna, you'll be 1-2.
Okay.
Peterson 3-4, and I'll be 5-6.
JD.
Yeah, because I need a game to play right when Starfield's coming out the same week.
That's right.
Easy.
You better.
It's either a bunch of games or no games for you. I'm sorry. There's no image.
Isn't that what
is
it is?
so accurate.
Feast or
Yeah.
famine. Because I was just telling Jenna, I was like, now that I've got this Forever Skies wrapped up, I don't really have like a game to play. I was like, I might just kind of relax. And then Peterson's like, oh yeah, Starfield's coming out. I was like, oh fuck, Starfield's coming out. And then it's like, oh yeah, also, now you got a dice game.
Destiny. You're gonna play a sex game right now. Actually, sex game would be good because you can get through that pretty fast, I think.
I mean, you might be able to. I don't get through
Are you
it
telling on yourself?
2
here?
minutes at a time.
Yeah, because it only takes you like 30 seconds, right? So sex games are easy.
I mean, based off of what I think they are, I don't think any of them are particularly long.
No. All right, let's see. Sex game 2. Damn it, no sex game today.
It is what's 2?
Puzzle.
Puzzle?
Yeah, I gotta do a puzzle game.
You could still. There's a lot of puzzle sex games. So, like, if you wanted to go that route, you could.
Puzzle sex game.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like, it's basically like a naked woman as a puzzle, and I'm like putting the pieces.
Or
back.
there's like a lot of match 3 where it's like beat this level and then here's a naked lady. Like, they're so pointless.
Okay, so puzzle is off the board. Roguelike is back on deck.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
This is our genre.
That's our thing. So
Literally
yeah.
every game I want to play is roguelike.
Dude, that was close though, because I rolled a 2. So if I'd rolled a 19, that's like on the other side.
The other end, yeah.
That would have been a sex
Doesn't go
game.
around the horn though.
But you know what? I want you to roll a sex game, and also the problem is
I'm
that
about to
I
play
have
Baldur's
I
Gate.
have
That's a sex
super
game.
special secret clip,
He
sound
does.
clip for I put together for Peterson.
I
that
put it on
he-
the board and I didn't listen to it.
Yep, that he hasn't heard. He doesn't know what it is, but whenever we roll sex game, we have to play that clip, and he's going to be so delighted. All right, $40 on a puzzler.
Oh, there's not a puzzle game out there worth more than $20.
No, not at all. So I'll put that on the dock. JD rolls a $40 puzzler.
I think you might have a tough time finding a good one too. I don't know if puzzle games are hot right now.
Something tells me that the very minimum, the puzzle category on Steam will be more useful than, for example, adventure.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So at least I'll have a little bit more luck searching, but you're right. I have played a lot of the puzzle games.
It's a weak category right now. It's not hot. So
no. It's like a subset of games. I guess you could call Tears of the Kingdom a puzzle game, theoretically.
well, you already started it, so you can't. JD.
Oh no, I've almost finished that
yeah.
shit. All right, so I will have that picked out next week. To play us out, we've got some music from Starfield. Thanks guys for coming on this 3-hour sode.
3 hours. Hopefully you didn't do 3 hours straight because we didn't even do that.
No.
So,
But there are definitely people out there, I think, that have been listening to this for 333 episodes, unfortunately. So thank you if you've been listening to it for
y'all are
33
crazy.
or 333.
At
Thanks
least
for
keep it a
sticking
3.
around.
And then if you miss, then you're gonna have to go to like 433 or something. I don't know.
So
You
there's
have to.
no more. So we're gonna have to go all the way to 900. So that's
Jenna,
it.
we're going to 900. Don't give us that look.
990.
999, then stop.
Yeah, all the podcasting we've done times it by 2, and that's how much more we're gonna do.
All right.
All right, I'm JD logging off.
This is Peterson going AFK.
This is Jenna. See you later.
All right, let me.
Aaron, if you're still on, thanks for swinging
I
by.
know, sorry I
dude.
didn't see his comments. His comments are funny.
Yeah, very funny.
I can't read them.
It's okay.
Cool.
You just said that I was beardless, and that was